All right, what's going on, y'all? I'll let you down. All right, I'm Pooh the Hat Empress. I'm here today to talk about the topic of twin flames. Okay, so I just want to say before we even get started, we 15, 16 seconds in. Y'all gonna be real split on the way y'all feel about me after I make this video. Some of y'all are gonna be on this type of time where y'all are like, I love that bitch. She be telling what she be saying, like she be really, saying some shit. And then some of y'all gonna be like, this bitch is a hater, and I am in a twin flame dynamic, and she just talking her shit. I'm cool with that. Whichever side of the fence you fall on, hey, I can't tell you nothing different. I can't tell you, girl, love me. I can't tell you that. It is what it is. Now, listen. So, okay. Right now, for whatever reason, twin flames are very, very romanticized, and everybody wants to be in that dynamic. But the problem is that twin flames, it's not an exclusive dynamic where it's like you can't be one, you can't sit with us. It's not one of those. It's just that, like, everybody is not cut out for this purpose. Twin flames are very rare because of what they were put on this realm to do. If you follow the Bible, if you don't, just follow along. Jesus was actually really sent down on earth to prevent us from all being condemned to hell. That's really what it was. And I don't feel as though twin flames followed that exact purpose of save the world from hell, but it's like they have a similar heavy purpose where it's like they are responsible for certain things. Some of them are responsible for healing. Some of them are responsible for growth. Some of them are responsible for learning, quote unquote teaching. And again, everyone is not a twin flame. Okay, so what are twin flames? What is the clinical definition of a twin flame? A twin flame is one soul that has split into two because the purpose of that soul's purpose in this lifetime and others, is too heavy to be left on one soul. So it's split on some two heads are better than one. Okay. I will say it like this. You know how when you go to the doctor and you be like, I looked on Mini Clinic, or I looked on, I think it's Medi Clinic or Med Clinic, whatever that Google shit is, when you Google your symptoms or when you Google certain things and they roll their ass. That's how we feel about twin flame dynamics, okay? Y'all be running around, I'm a twin flame, my twin flame this, my twin flame. Okay. Because, yeah. We're not listening to Miss Jada. I really wasn't listening to Jada. I was listening to Chris Brown. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all y'all are not twin flames. And the thing about it is that if you was really in a twin flame dynamic, it's the last thing you want to be in. A lot of twin flames, you will see them comfortably go to their soulmate and not think twice about it, not stray away from it, not sit up here and be like, I don't, y'all know how you don't want to do a certain thing, but it's the right thing for you. It's like, that's how soulmates are when it comes to being twin flames. Like, soulmates will really fight tooth and nail not to be a soulmate, but it's like, you can't even handle what it is to be a twin flame. Like, for years, right? Like, I've known, and this is my second masculine. Now, I'm going to explain that in a second, but let me just say what I'm going to say first. With my second masculine, I knew I was in a twin flame dynamic. With my first masculine, I did not know that I was in a twin flame dynamic. And I was on some, I do not, it wasn't even, I don't want to be in this dynamic with him, but it was just this energy where it's like, this shit is hard. Like, noticing all the shadow work that I have to do, noticing the purpose that I have to do. Like, y'all know how hard it is to know that, like, you're here for something else, but you tired, your mental is going through something. And I'm not saying that twin flames don't go through that way. I mean, sorry, I'm not saying that soulmates don't go through that, right? Where it's like, I don't really want to do this today, I don't want to, like, I got depression on this, on that. But to the extent that twin flames go through those challenges and have to push through, and like all the things that they have to do, you really think that y'all want to sit around and that's what y'all want to do? It's not. Um, with the soulmate purpose, I think people, it's like being an A-list celebrity and then looking up and all of a sudden you're a D-list celebrity or whatever, as far as it is with like the difference in people's minds of soulmates and twin flames. Like when you tell somebody, I think you're a soulmate, it's like, soulmate. But it's like, you really should be, twin flame. What the fuck? Like, because that shit ain't it. That's why only so many people are twin flames. It's really rare. So let me explain something to y'all. I know I just talked about like the fact that I had one masculine and I had a second masculine. Neither one of them are my soulmate. I was in a twin flame dynamic with both of them. My first masculine passed away. Okay, my first masculine passed away. And because I have not finished fulfilling my purpose, my twin flame is back around. And I also even feel like he didn't finish his purpose before he disconnected from that body. So he entered another body, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, we could talk about it in another video. But this video is just solely about like the whole romanticization of twin flames and how it's kind of like it's not even really worth the over romanticization of it. Like, y'all need to chill. Got me open, waiting and popping. So, okay, like I told y'all, with my first masculine, I didn't know that I was in a twin flame dynamic. It was just kind of like, this love, and then I was having like challenges and things in life, and, I felt so intensely, so passionate about him. But I didn't know. Now, with my second masculine, I was aware quite early on that, like, yeah, I'm in a twin flame dynamic. So I'm gonna tell y'all some things of like how I recognized that I was in a twin flame dynamic, and how you're able to recognize that you're actually in a twin flame dynamic. But again, this is one of the things where it's like, don't Google your symptoms and be like, oh my gosh, I'm a twin flame. Listen to what she told me. Okay, so look, one of the things is that our souls automatically recognize each other. Like, the first time I saw him, I was like in love with him. Now, mad y'all, and I'm giving myself up as to who this is, but I'm not gonna say his name. So we actually have known each other for pretty much all our lives, like 28, 27 years now. Imagine y'all, I'm only 29 years old. So we disconnected for like over 20 years. After my mom passed, it just happened that way. We just lost contact. And when we reconnected, the first time we like were in person, I was like, I don't want to say I was in love with him, but it was just like, it was like really close to being in love, because like in love with somebody, like, because my soul recognized him. My soul was at so much peace. Like, it was almost like I had like had this void filled again. there's a lot of synchronicities within the connection. Like, y'all know a lot of the same people. Y'all could be related to some of the same people. Now, that doesn't mean like this is your distant cousin 3, 4, 6 times removed. This means like your cousin could have a cousin on their side by marriage or something like that. Or like, you know, y'all grew up in the same neighborhood and just never knew. Or like y'all auntie stays on the same block as they auntie. Or like y'all cousins went to school together and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of like, this person was right up under my nose the whole entire time. Now, that doesn't mean that doesn't happen with soulmates, but you see it a lot with twin flames, right up under your nose the whole entire time. That's because y'all are so similar in purpose, so similar in like what you have to do. And when I say similar, like, yeah, you know, y'all have the same purpose, but it's like it's on opposite sides because y'all mirror each other. So that's another thing. Like, y'all mirror some of the same experiences. Y'all have some of the same like tragedies happen in life. Y'all, like, when you start really talking to your twin, you'll start seeing and understanding like, oh, this person, like, this and that and the third happened with this, and like with you too, like, damn, because I went through that when I was 6. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all really watch Sister, remember when they first met each other and then they started like hanging out and it was like, girl, yeah, oh my god, that happened to me in the third. That's literally how twin flame dynamics work, where it's like, this soul has been gone out of my life, but because we got the same lessons, the same purpose, the same obstacles, the same cycles to close out, everything you went through, everything you grew through, I did too, but I may have grown in it differently. Like, your appendix might have been taken out, but it was my tonsils that had to get taken out. Something like that. Just throwing some shit out there. Again, please do not sit up here and listen to this video and condemn yourself into being a twin flame and be like, I am not a soulmate. Did y'all hear what that girl said? No, because you really need to go get confirmed. Okay, you need to like go have a reading and see if you really are a twin flame, because you don't want to waste your purpose and your lifetime and so much space trying to like live under this dynamic, because this is just the light part of it. Like, there is some dark shit to be in twin flames. Like, and I feel like that's one thing y'all don't really accept and acknowledge. It's like when it start getting hard, y'all want to run in the other direction. Like, oh, I'm not a twin flame. Yeah, you've never been one. Shit, the fuck? You know, walking apart for us. Okay, so I don't want to be the one to tell you a lot. So I'm trying to think of some things that I wanted to like talk about or whatever, as far as like the whole twin flame dynamic. We talked about like how this is not a particular purpose that everyone shares, right? But like, what I mean by that is this: like, twin flames have a different purpose. They not just out here being like doctors and saying that they're healers. Like, they literally are here for like healing purposes. They not just teachers. They not just police officers. They not just firefighters. These are like supernatural beings. And some of the things that happen with and to twin flames in this journey, some of the things that they're able to do is almost God-like, you know what I'm saying? And soulmates don't assess, like, that you don't possess those abilities as a soulmate. I'm not really trying to like do the whole sound like I'm bashing twin flames. I mean, or sound like I'm bashing soulmates, or making it sound like it's just like you can't sit with us type of energy, because it's really not that. It's just that like there is a different level of purpose and there's some exclusivity to twin flames. And it's like, I can't fix the world in one video. I can't turn everybody's perception and make everybody say, okay, yeah, you're right, I'm not a twin flame. Oh yeah, you're right, I need to chill. Or like, you know, I just need to live in my own destiny. It's not that. It's just, I guess the biggest thing here is that like, like I said, to be sitting up here thinking you was twin flame when you really could be living out the journey of a soulmate and be comfortable and be happy, you know. Like, okay, so another way to recognize when you're a soulmate or a twin flame is this. Like, with soulmates, I feel like there's one lesson per soulmate. Let me explain it. So, like, let's just say you got a fear of abandonment as a soulmate. I'm gonna say that's a slave. I don't know I don't know which one of y'all ancestors was like coming through, but they must have been from the slavery times because they was just like something in the slave, like whoa. Anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, so let's just say you have a fear of abandonment as a soulmate. You're going to have a soulmate that comes in that helps you work through said fear of abandonment, whether they show you that people don't always abandon you or if they show you to get over that shit by abandoning your ass, okay? Then you move on, right? That relationship either ends on amicable terms or them abandoning you was the end of it, right? Let's say you got a self-esteem issue or a self-esteem lesson to learn. You're going to have a soulmate that teaches you that. That doesn't happen in twin flame dynamics. Your twin triggers you to learn it all. Like, they abandon you or they trigger that abandoning wound. They trigger all your childhood traumas. Everything that you've learned in your childhood, they tear it down. And okay, another thing is that most twin flames, now this is kind of sort of rare, but it's not rare. Most twin flames, a lot of the stuff that they do is like on the I don't know how to even explain it, but what went through my mind was like, so like, okay, me and my first masculine, we lost our virginity to each other on our son's birthday. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of the way twin flame dynamics work. Now, I know that's like crazy, but like, I got it tatted right here. 4. Wait, oh shit, my bad. 4, 13. 9. So yeah, we was in 2009. But I love this song. And that's his actual birthday. Not 2009, but like the 413. Anyways, stuff like that happens. It's things that are more than a coincidence that happen in your dynamic that will show you and tell you like, oh, this is a twin flame dynamic. Now that can still happen in a soulmate dynamic, but it happens in a twin flame dynamic more than often. I guess like really, I wish that a lot more people would slow down and just kind of like let go of the idea that like the only way to have a good connection is to have a twin flame dynamic, because that shit don't even be good. By the time you really even get to have union with your person, 9 times out of 10 you gotta work backwards, because one of y'all don't even want the other one no more because of the lessons that y'all had to learn, the shit that the other person triggered in you. Union is very hard. Union is really just a side effect of you fulfilling your purpose. Like, you weeding through so much that you're calling in your person. Because I was about to say what the card is called, calling your soulmate, but I didn't want to confuse nobody. Yeah, by the time you really get to the point that you work through enough of your shit to have union, you don't even really want to deal with that person no more. And then you either gotta backtrack or, you gotta walk away. Like, not, and that's the thing too. Like, y'all be tweaking. not every twin flame come into union where they're like actually romantic with each other. Some of them come into union where it's like we just good friends. Like some of them come into union and then turn around and be like, all right, peace. Thank you for doing what you were supposed to do on your behalf, and I did what I'm supposed to do on my behalf. Keep it up, because I don't really want to see your ass no more. Like, most twin flames have to come into union for a little bit of time so that they could get reassigned more lessons and more purpose. And they be really trying not to fuck with that person. A lot of people end up hating their twin flame. A lot of people end up on bad terms with their twin flame. A lot of people end up to the point that they twin flame damages them so bad that they have to call back that part of their soul and like balance out. Now, I'm not saying when you balance yourself between masculine and feminine energy that like, yeah, you hate your person, but it's like some people really get to the point where it's like, I'm my own twin flame. And that's because of what they go through, or because of the fact that like they twin just will not figure it out. They twin will not like sit and learn the lessons that they supposed to learn. Like the things of like realizing like unconditional love and this is that and the third. That's the thing too. With your twin, a lot of y'all don't even really understand or realize that like the biggest thing to that is unconditional love. Y'all be ready to leave these people for the simplest things. Like, and we're not talking about cheating. We talking about the things that they need to heal within themselves. Like when they actually start working on themselves, y'all can't handle that. So my thing is like y'all want to say y'all in twin flame dynamics, but y'all not ready for what it takes to be in a twin flame dynamic. Again, y'all be in spaces where it's like y'all how do I put this? Like, okay, some of y'all go through situations with y'all person where they need to do things that have absolutely nothing to do with you, but everything to do with them. Like they need to go heal, they need to go work on themselves, they need to go find love within themselves, not find love from other people, but like within themselves. And y'all can't handle that. Y'all will disconnect from them. Y'all will condemn them and say like it was never real, it was never this, it was never that. But again, the problem here is this: if you was really in a twin flame dynamic, how could you easily leave that person alone? Y'all don't really be in twin flame dynamics. Y'all be in soulmate connections. And y'all think that this is something that it's not. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've never felt so low in love, so unappreciated in love, so conflicted in love, except for the times that I've been in union with my person, with my twin. Now that doesn't mean that I have like this whole situation where it's like we be like we be in union and I be suffering. No, when we in union, I'm good. But when we not in union, when we going through like when I have to figure out my abandonment issues, when he got to figure out his, when I gotta work through certain childhood traumas, when he got to work through certain childhood traumas, that shit hurts. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I will encounter a soulmate, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so loved. Oh my God, I feel so happy. Like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand that though. I feel like it's just like, this is like the twin flame journey is just, it's more of a journey to self than it is a journey with a partner. You really want a journey with a partner, go get you a soulmate. Go be happy with a soulmate. Go love on your soulmate, because those are the people that were really built to be with you. Now, again, the twin flame journey, love is a side effect. Companionship is a side effect. This shit is really built for you to be on your own. Even with the word twin, Like, I know what that sounds like, but if you really think about what a twin is, they are two separate entities that just look like each other, that mirror each other, that at one point share the same soul, share the same egg, and split in two. But they're two separate people. Everything about them is equal. Everything about them is mirrored. That's why, like, if they have kids, technically that child has two biological mothers, or technically that child would have two biological fathers. Their DNA would match that other person, because that is that person's twin. So they share the exact same DNA makeup. That's the same thing with a twin. You know, you share the same lessons, you share the same cycles. They're just mirrored on the other half of each other. But at the end of the day, this is not what y'all think it is. Go be with a soulmate. Go be happy with a soulmate. Because this twin flame journey is more about you and your own personal things that you have to go through, you got to work through, than it is about companionship. And I feel like that's why it's so romanticized. And by the time y'all really get into these dynamics and really understand what they're about and what they are here to, like, do, you don't want to be in them. It's plenty of twin flames out here running around saying, damn, I don't want this. It's plenty of twin flames running around here choosing soulmates. It's plenty of twin flames out here asking their connection to spirit, why the hell did you let me do this? You know, or like, why do I have such a heavy purpose? Why do I have such a heavy obstacle in life? Or like, why is this lifetime so draining for me? I just want to be happy. A lot of twin flames, I don't want to say that they're not happy, but it's like the shit that they go through, you wouldn't want to deal with it. Soulmates, y'all don't even have them lives. Like, if you put it on a scale and weigh it out, and this is not tit for tat, this is not a pissing match of like oppression and obstacles, but why I think my anxiety is just so yeah, it's not a pissing match of like oppressions and whatnot, but it is a space where it's like you got so much going on with this twin flame that it's like, when you really sit down and like pick it out, why would people want to go through this? That's why, like, I don't know. I'm getting to the point that I'm rambling, so I will say this. A lot of y'all are not in twin flame dynamics. A lot of y'all are in soulmate dynamics. But because this journey is so romanticized, a lot of people think that they're in that and claim it and have no clue what they may or may not be opening themselves to throughout Pandora's box. So I hope this helps somebody. I hope somebody enjoyed this video. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. There is no shade in this video at all. No twin flames were harmed in the making of this video. No soulmates were harmed in the making of this video. I was just speaking my piece. I hope that, like, in the near future, at some point in time, people go back to the way that spirituality was, where twin flames were left very rare. There's not a lot of knowledge on twin flames. There's not a lot of like understanding of twin flames. If you in one, you in one. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. I miss that aspect to twin flames and soulmates, because it's a lot of misinformation, especially if you're learning that you a twin flame from TikTok. Especially if you're learning that you a twin flame from Twitter. The OGs really be on Facebook. Now, I'm not telling y'all that it's not OGs on TikTok. I'm not telling y'all it's not OGs on Twitter, because I'm on all of those platforms, and I consider myself an OG. But Yeah, a lot of y'all heard a few things on TikTok, heard a few things on social media as a whole, and was just like, yeah, I must be in a twin flame dynamic. And really, you're not. Just be careful out here, because your ancestors, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all day. A lot of ancestors will play tricks on you when they want you to learn certain things. A lot of ancestors, a lot of spirit guides, your spirit team as a whole will fuck with you. They will have you thinking that you're in a twin flame dynamic. They will have you thinking that, you know, like, this person is your twin flame and they a karmic. They'll have you thinking this person is your twin flame and they a soulmate, just so that you can learn the lessons that they put in before you, just so that you can chase after something to have like the understanding of what it is, you know. So be careful. Don't run around claiming this shit. You know, it's like claiming hoods that you ain't really ever been from or lived in. Them people get upset and they start doing things. And I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all, by the end of 2022, y'all gonna learn y'all not in twin flame dynamics. It's gonna be a lot of upset people and broken hearts around here, because y'all will have learned that y'all have spent years and lots of time thinking you in a twin flame dynamic, dealing with shit from a person because you thought you was in a twin flame dynamic, and then, oh yeah, I wasn't even in a twin flame. That was a soulmate that I should have let go of. That was a karmic that I should have learned from. And let me just say, y'all gonna be upset. Y'all gonna be upset because you could have made your journey so much easier on yourself. It was something else I wanted to say, but y'all know I be suffering from memory loss, so it went as soon as it came in. And I'm probably gonna think about it as soon as I close out the video too. Like, damn, that's what I want to say, and I'm not gonna want to make another video. But I definitely I just say this. There's nothing wrong with wanting a love like a twin flame, because it is a really passionate and intense love. Like, it feels like nothing nothing in this world feels like the love that is shared between two twin flames. Okay, but what you got to do to get that love, what you got to sacrifice, the loneliness, because again, this is a journey for self. It's not really a journey for a companion. Soulmates are the journeys for companions. It's just not what you think it is, and I think that's just the point that everybody needs to like grasp. That like, if intensity is what you're looking for, find you a soulmate that has figured it out, or at least be with a soulmate that's willing to stick by you while you and them figure it out. You know, because it gets deep. But I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I hope y'all enjoyed this time. Thank you for coming to my spiritual TED Talk. If you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. If you didn't, you didn't. Again, no twin flames were harmed in the making of this video. No soulmates were harmed in the making of this video. I love y'all. Remember to always lead with love, and love shall return. All right.